It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. And this
it is
full
going to
moon is the turning point for all
goodness
of
gracious
us.
me.
As per usual, is she going to be a bit spicy? Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today I'm going to be speaking to you all about the full moon energy update that is taking place on the 13th of April in the early hours of the morning. It's actually happening at 12:22 a.m. here in the United Kingdom. So make of that what you will, my friends, make of that what you will. So, how has your week been? I don't know if you saw, but I did a very powerful video all around self-sacrifice, which went really, really well. So if you haven't seen that, please do go and check that out because it is really relevant for the update that I am going to be giving you. Also, I just wanted to remind you, I am doing an extremely powerful Soul School event on the 27th of April, and you can head over to the description field of this video, whereby you can sign up and get tickets for that. And you can find my book, and you can find my programs and my website, and all the rest of that good stuff as well as you are on there. I'm still quite excited for the fact that I've won three awards. Going to be honest with you guys, I'm still processing it. Yesterday, I found out I was the winner of the Health Service of the Year for my beautiful program, Self Love Club, which incidentally starts again in September of this year. So if you want to join, head over to the description field and pop your name on the waiting list. And my friends, you will not be disappointed. I mean, it is just one Health Service of the Year. Amazing. So amazing. Anyway, without any further ado, my friends, let's get into this full moon energy. And my goodness gracious me, as per usual, is she going to be a bit spicy? Now, my friends, it's fair to say the world has shifted, and this full moon is the turning point for all of us. Depending on what we have decided that we are going to do with our lives, this full moon could be extremely intense, extremely potent, extremely life-changing. But if you've decided that you actually want to stay a little bit blinkered and in your old self, could be a little bit challenging for you. So I am just throwing it out there, my friends. If you are not doing the work on yourself, please turn that camera on you imminently so that you can actually get the memos and step forwards. Trust me, it's not very nice healing, but I am so glad I know what I know. And I'm comfortable and I'm confident with that. And, I feel good. Than being blissfully ignorant and unaware. So it's one of those things, isn't it? Once you start, you just can't stop. But my friends, there is no way out. Everybody has to either level up and heal or choose their way out. So I would absolutely encourage each and every one of you to really, really, really do the work on yourselves at this time. So it's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. And it is going to be loaded with noise. This full moon is going to hit us hard, but in a beautiful way, thankfully. Breathe deeply is the name of the game of this full moon. Reactiveness is coming up big time. My recommendation, take it or leave it, is ask questions, pause, and take a deep breath. If you can let it go, let it go. If you can't let it go, then speak your truth. However, our wounds are showing us our wisdom. There is so much energy around the shadow, or what people call the shadow, and our innate wounds that we have incarnated with, and the things that we have gone through in our life's experiences, which have made us become very wounded. Gaia is spewing. And let's be honest, so are we. We are purging it all. There is no way out but in right now. We're being triggered. We have emotions coming up for absolutely everybody. There is not one person out there that I've spoken to, and I do have a very large community that says that they're feeling balanced right now. But this full moon is about getting more balanced. So, my friends, help is at hand. All we need to do is get through this. All we need to do is really dig deep, and we will be absolutely fine. I am certain of it. We must be triggered to be awakened as to who we truly are on every level. A new level of awareness for Gaia and everything that she holds. There are so many people out there that are very ignorant where Gaia is concerned. Oh, she's just the earth. She's a living organism that keeps us alive. We should have so much more respect for her than we do. So, as I just mentioned, there is a real topic of bringing in balance during this energy. Where have we been sacrificing ourselves? Quite interesting. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I actually did a YouTube on 7th of April on this topic, and it was the feedback has been very powerful and positive so far. So do go back and check that out on my YouTube channel. We're on YouTube, but on the channel, you will find that under the live section. So go to Lucy Davis 2222, and then you'll be able to see videos, lives. They're kind of like headings. If you click on the live section, you will be able to go and watch that video. And it was apparently quite a powerful one, quite explosive. So, where have we missed honoring our boundaries? What have we given our power to? What lights us up? What drains us? What is taking our power away? These are the questions that we need to be asking under this energy. Authenticity is absolutely vital. It's the only thing that we have is our real true self. And my friends, so many of us are pretending to be something that we're not. So many people say to me, like, do you have to be so outspoken? And I'm like, well, yeah, because it's me. If I bit my tongue, that wouldn't be me. Like some people have been put on this planet to bite their tongue. That's not me. I love more deeply than most people know how to cope with. But I will also tell you if I think you're being an ass. That's me at my core. Don't try and change me. Don't try and play me. This is about us leaning into who we really truly are in every level. Now, I'm not saying there aren't development areas for myself. Of course not. I talk about this all the time. However, what is important is we know who we are at our real, true, raw, authentic self. Now, I'm very excited about this next thing. So, when I was channeling this, I got extremely excited by it. Why? Because I'm in the throes of doing so much of this at the moment, and it is all about projects. If you have projects that you are focused on that fire your soul up, that light you up, these, my friends, are going to get a real surge of energy, almost like a real get shit done energy. Opportunities are going to present themselves. I mean, the opportunities that have presented off the back of me winning these 3 awards, like yesterday was just wild with so many opportunities coming at me. Possibilities. Be open to all of the possibilities. Momentum is really going to drive this forwards. It's like catapulting us, for want of better words. You will be getting a lot more insights into new ideas. I actually spoke to a very, very close friend of mine last week, and he proposed something to me. And how can I not? This time right now is where projects are going to really gain legs and run. And although it's not 100% aligned to me right at this second, I know it's where we're going. And I know that this is something that I have to do. It's those moments of inspiration that we're all getting these ideas, and we're given these ideas for a reason, not because of anything other than the fact that Source thinks that you are the right person to do it. You know, there are moments of absolute pure inspiration right now. There is creativity. There is a quantum leap of energy that is really pushing us in this area right now. Projects, work, changing the world from this world into this world. Like it's happening for us now, not tomorrow, now. Now, obviously, with a full moon, we are shining a spotlight on what has been going on. So, there is going to continue to be a lot of revelations around truth. There will be cycles of completion coming in, there will be closure. Bang! Time to shut that door. There will be endings, and sometimes endings can be extremely messy, but there will also be extremely incredible new beginnings. Be brave enough to close the door to allow the new starts to take place. And it doesn't literally happen 1 second you're doing this and the next second you're opening the door. What it looks like is you are probably going through quite a messy time, and then maybe a month down the line all of a sudden a little light at the end of the tunnel appears, and it's whether you have the guts to follow that light or not. As I mentioned a short time ago, it's about awareness of our wounds, our victimhood, and our delusion. When you can become aware of your story, you can help others heal because of it. And if you stop and think about it, yesterday, when I found out I was a platinum winner for Self Love Club, Self Love Club is like, before I started Self Love Club, you know, in my own intuitive way, I was completely sick and tired and broken. And actually, every step that I took on my healing journey is what Self Love Club is today. So, where I was completely broken and I went on a journey intuitively to put myself back together, that has now been voted the number one health service of the year. And it's all premised off of my healing journey. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. So, bear that in mind. When you can become aware, when you can become conscious, when you can stop being triggered by your journey, you can help thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people around the world because of it. Your message is in your mess. I say this all the time. This is a Lucyism. Your message is in your mess. But are you willing to see it brutally, honestly, without question first? Look at how your wounds have served you. Look at how your victimhood, look at how your delusion has served you. How have they made you who you are? Have they encouraged compassion for yourself, for all that has been and all that is? It's a real, like, let's open things wide up and really have a good rummage around. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. Obviously, we have to be very conscious because when these things happen, emotions run extremely high. With regards to emotion, I feel as if that we're like poking a fire. Like a real fire is going to be stoked. And what's interesting is I've got a beautiful burner out in my garden, and I've got all wood in there ready to go. So I'm going to be stoking that fire as well. Very important. Like there is a real like fire thrower, like flaming energy around this. The full moon is going to highlight what is required for us. Who do you need to get rid of? And we're in the energy right now. Just so you know, we're in the energy right now. Who do you need to get rid of? Who do you need to be closer to? What boundaries do you need to put in place? Who do you need to love on more? How do you need to communicate better? It's going to really bring everything up to the surface for us if we are willing to see ourselves for who we are. I have spoken a lot in the last few weeks about taking our power back. This is the time for it. activations of our own power are there for us. It's up to us to call that in. It's up to us to really focus on what it is about us that we have handed ourselves over. Now, the only way that you can realize what you've handed over is when you actually stop and go, right, who am I at my core? Like, who am I really? And this, my friends, is leading us back to authenticity. The weather is going to be buoyant, is the word I'm going to use. Now, I don't know if I'm using the word buoyant because it, buoys that sit in the water. And I do think there's going to be a massive push around water again this month. However, I do think it's very important that we just recognize that this is generally around weather. So do not be surprised if there's flash floods or high winds or hurricanes or something like that just happening really off the cuff. Manifestation. My goodness gracious me, I've been doing a manifestation technique for the last 3 or 4 days, and it is wild how much momentum this has got right now. Now, sometimes what we don't realize is that when we start manifesting, we're like, well, why is that dropping away? And why is that dropping away? And the answer is, my friends, if those things that are dropping away are not in alignment with what you're manifesting, that has to be gotten rid of first before you can actually create the thing that it is that you are looking for. So be aware of that. But know in these moments, we have miraculous manifestation taking place. If you intend and set good intentions, your life is going to shift in such a beautiful, different perspective to the one that you have ever seen. Now, I see that there's going to be shifts in leadership. And when I'm talking about leadership, I'm talking about leaders of countries, leaders of big companies. I see lots of retirements or redundancies or sacking, whatever the term is. Getting rid of people basically, and I see it in all sorts of different areas. So look at the big companies, what's going on within them, look at governments, look at politics, look at medical and educational systems, look at those kind of things. Banks, yes, thank you, banks. There's a lot going on in and around the banks and the financial side of things. So be really aware that these shifts in leadership are required. We have to change the way we perceive things. This is a global perspective shift that has to take place. I've seen people in Australia really piping up about politics, really getting involved in that right now. I'm guessing that they're nearing an election, but it's really starting to gain some heat from over there. So please know that it's almost like an unlocking is taking place right now. People want to be heard. People are tired of what has gone on in the past. They're fed up of being, really driven to the brink of destruction, poverty, and really to their knees. Fairness, division, shifts in perspective. Like we really have to recognize that this leadership is up for change. It has to become fair. There is going to be a divide. We are seeing things very clearly right now, exactly for who and what they are. There is a rebellious equality energy around it. We want dignity. Everything. It's almost like, who the heck do you think you are? It's that kind of energy. So very beautiful, very beautiful, but also very scary for people that have always stuck to the conformist idea of working in a certain way. Freedom. We all want freedom. We all want love. It's a real time for being nurtured. It's a real time for connectedness, commitment. Almost an unlocking is taking place right now. A real authentic level of love can come in if you are open to it. Loving you will save you. Being open to love is going to bring you who you require. This moon is going to break any old patterns and cycles that you may have been looping in this area if you get the memo. I got a massive memo over the weekend, massive memo. And I've gone, this is where that cycle stops. I'm not doing that ever again. So you know what? I'm going to burn that and I'm going to let that go. You have to recognize where you have been the problem. We're all a bunch of enablers, the things that we don't like in people. There's so many people out there calling each other narcissists and stuff these days. You're an enabler. If your partner was a narcissist, then you enabled them to be that. So it's a 50-50 thing that we all need to recognize that we are half of the problem. So, I know that's going to trigger a lot of people and probably piss a lot of people off, but it's just a perspective. You have to realize at some point that you are 50% of the problem for sticking around, for giving it energy, for not holding your boundaries, for not speaking your truth. So let's really get honest with ourselves, because if you get this memo, then you can go on and live happily ever after. Now, signs and synchronicities are next level right now, and we'll get more so. So please pay attention. These are your guides showing you the way forwards. Okay. Look at these most importantly in the area of heart and love. The insights are there for you, my friends. They're there for your loved ones, my friends, and they are protecting you. Self-love, self-care, self-worth, compassion, love, and tenderness. Focus on these 4 areas. When you focus on these, your life is going to become much more peaceful. You're going to be loaded with inner wisdom. And if you hold those standards, the inner wisdom will bring you the people, the friends, the loved ones, the intimate partners that you require. Our gifts are pumping right now. So many people are all of a sudden very psychic. We've got more mediums coming out than ever. Our intuition is at a whole new level. Our wisdom is so much more expansive. On top of that, we have really profound healing energies, awareness that absolutely anything is possible. There's no turning back. Literally no turning back now. We are at the point of no return. This is the turning point, the spiritual awakening, the truth that's unfolding. It's such an exciting period of time. And I know I'm quite subdued doing this today, but my soul is pumping. She is so excited. This is what we incarnated for. These energies are allowing you once and for all to shed, release, and let go. Know that you deserve whatever it is that you feel that you deserve. The noise, the people telling you that you're not good enough, or you don't deserve that, or you're asking too much, they're wrong. They're wrong. My friends, that is the energy for the full moon that is happening in America on the 12th of April, but in the UK and Europe and going forwards, Australia, Dubai, places like that, it's going to be on the 13th of April. So please, 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 if you want to do a beautiful exercise to just neutralize the energies and really, really get clear on what it is and set yourself up for this potent energy, then please pause the video now, go grab yourself a pen and paper, and I will talk you through that. Ah, my goodness gracious me, my friends. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journey that we are on, hey? How incredible is it that we get to be a human being in this moment? Ah, love it so much. Even though it's bloody challenging, I love it so much. So, as always, start with your auric field. So just your smudging tool of choice. That could be Palo Santo, that could be sage, it could be salt, it could be essential oils, it could be absolutely anything, it could be water, whatever you choose. And as you're going through your field, just make the statement of, I release all from my heart that no longer serves. So that's like limiting beliefs, stories, feel it feels that you're not good enough, things like that. The words that your mum said or your dad said or that teacher said or your partner said, just let it all go. Let it all go. The next stage is obviously going around your space. And as you do that, release all from the heart of the home that no longer serves. Have your windows open. Allow the wind to be blowing in and blowing out and just really allowing this energy to be shifting. The next thing is set yourself up for meditation. Okay, so set your room up. If you want candles, candles. If like I'm doing mad meditations at the moment in the bath. I really am. Not my manifestation one. I do that in bed, funnily enough. But my manifestations have been really powerful in the bath. So I have candles around me. I have crystals around me. I do all of that really beautiful thing. I set the tone. I allow it. But I also do really beautiful meditations outside in it. So you decide where that's going to be. Set your crystals up. Set whatever it is that you need. If you would like music, do that. And then drop into meditation for 17 minutes and ask yourself these questions. What do I need to release to be my best version? What old limiting beliefs in the area of relationships do I need to let go of? Once you have written this down, what I would like you to do is write it down, read it, make sure that everything's on there. You can add to it if you need to. Then, once that is done, what I would like you to do is literally strip it into bits of paper and then burn. Ladies and gents, we get to burn. Whoop, whoop. It's one of those full moons. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please, if you have, pop your thumb up on this and share with anybody that you feel. Do comment below if you feel there is anything that I've missed in this video or something else that you would like to ask, and I will come back to you as soon as I possibly can. And also, don't forget to hit the bell. I don't know why I'm doing a heart. The bell, which is either here or here, because then it means you'll be notified as soon as I pop new content out. Guys, I love you. I will be back with you super, super soon. And until then, ciao, ciao for now. Lots of love.